this 50-point inspection, I have This Is Music the Planets Make. It's an IPA from Branch and Blade Brewing Company out of Keene, New Hampshire. This beer comes in at 7% ABV. It says, it's pretty cool when everything works together in harmony. This IPA is an example of barley, oats, water, yeast, and an abundance of Citra hops doing just that, creating an ultra-drinkable beer. In the process, crack this open, take a sip, and get lost in the music the planets make. So, that's the can art. Let's go ahead and crack this one open and start this inspection. Okay, we have kind of an ugly looking beer here. It does have a tight white bubbled head. The color of the beer itself is this kind of murky brown. It looks like sludge water, and yeah, not very appealing. But let's get some aromas. It's like a cross between a few fruits. There's guava in there, a little bit tangerine, mango to papaya, floral. A little bit of caramel coming from the malt. Probably explain some of the color to this. And a little bit of a zest, a little herbal, zesty spiciness, possibly coming from that kind of guava, or possible a little bit from that slight papaya note too. So, anyways, let's dive into the flavors now. So, first swig, cheers. Medium body, lower side medium carbonation. Lots of caramel on the palate with this one. So yeah, I'd say a little bit bready, but mostly the caramel notes. Biggest thing I notice. It's like a melted down sugar daddy. That caramel just lingers on throughout, start to finish. There's some fruity flavors in there as well from the hops. It's like mild tangerine, a bit of guava. Kind of does have that floral essence as well on the palate. And loads of caramel. This is an interesting IPA. Semi-soft palate. It's almost kind of got a gooiness, like melted caramel on the palate. But you do have the kind of lower side medium carbonation with like tiny spritzy little bubbles in there. Bitterness, say it's moderately bitter. Kind of stays on this earthy tone. Bittering level. All right, let's go ahead and give this one a score. So, hey, it's leaving some nice lacing on the glass. it had a nice head to it. The beer itself looks gross. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 6 for the appearance. On the aromatics, I mean, you're getting mostly like a caramel type smell out of the malt. It kind of works in the nose with all the different fruit and floral type notes going on. It's not a big bolsterous aromatic brew, but it does have some different notes coming out of the hops and the caramel from the malt mostly. Maybe a little bit of bread note, but I'm going to give the aromatics an 8 out of 10. As far as a flavor score goes, the malt on this one, it's just kind of overly done with the caramel. I could appreciate this caramel flavor in a different style of beer. But yeah, then the hops don't really come off all that great like they do in the aromatics, as far as giving off a bunch of flavor notes, plus the finish on it just kind of going earthy, toned. Not really enjoying the after flavors, caramel and earthy toned flavor. So I'm going to give the flavor score on this an 11 out of 19. The body's fine. It's got that medium body. It does have that kind of smooth, and like I said, it almost reminds me of melted caramel kind of feel in the palate. So I'll give the body a 5 out of 5. My overall on this one, I wouldn't search this one out again for sure. I'm right there. I'm just going to give it right in the middle, a 5 out of 10 for my overall. And that's going to leave Time is Music, The Planets Make IPA from Branch and Blade Brewing Company with a bumpy 33 out of 50, which is going to put this as a drinkable beer. So, cheers. Thank you all for watching.